performing a lot of tight movement tricks, and I'm doing glitchless, so that means we're not going to be breaking the game wide open, but we are still going to be doing a lot of skips, which you'll see. Alright, so are we ready for me to count down? Ready. Okay. So I do... so I'm gonna... Okay, so as soon as I start the cutscene skip... Oh, that's not Komodo Hype, it's PogJamp. Sorry, Slow, I get them mixed up all the time. Alright, as soon as I press spacebar here, the run's gonna start and I'll count you in. So we're gonna go... So in Harry Potter community, we have a tradition of doing the count-ins in order of the game's release. So we start backwards from the last game, which is 7 Part 2, and go all the way to 1. So here we go. HP 7 Part 2, 7 Part 1, 6, 5, 4, Quidditch World Cup, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and as we see, we are off in a moment here. We're going to load the first map, and... Okay. So immediately we have to get under this branch. It's on like a weird cycle. And then you'll notice that green hourglass symbol is coming up. That's the symbol for skipping a cutscene. Luckily, we do not have to watch most of the cutscenes in this game except for 1 or 2. Big difference from the first game. Alright, so I'm going to shoot this block and then get a little boost off of it to go quickly. And then here's the first big skip. I'm going to jump on this branch, and this is going to let me get over here and basically skip most of this level, save about 10 seconds. Now, you might be wondering, how is this allowed in a glitchless run? Well, this technically isn't out of bounds. Skips and glitchless. I know, Stadeka, this game actually, this category has more skips than any percent. It is interesting. But yeah, this isn't technically out of bounds. We don't consider it that because we're still like inside the main, you know, the level geometry. You'd know if you went out of bounds in this game because you just die immediately. Yeah, no, that's not out of bounds. See, the entire level is actually a big box in that first level. It's a giant cube, and you're still inside the cube. You're just kind of above that top area. But if you were to go outside the level, you would be in the void, and then you just kind of die. Seems unintended bounds. It's absolutely unintended bounds, but the category is glitchless, not intended percent, so it's allowed. We draw a very, we have a very rigorous definition for what's in bounds and what's out of bounds. And it has to do with the actual level geometry. I mean, it's not glitchless. Glitchless has nothing to do with, well, I mean, it has something to do, but we're going to do a lot of unintended things that are not strictly glitchless. And you'll see why it's that way later. So I didn't check RNG, so I don't know how long we're going to have to wait. Actually, we'll check RNG right now, just so you guys know. Okay, we got terrible RNG. So this run's not going to be breaking any records. Basically, there is like a 1 in 5 chance, maybe a little worse, of getting good RNG and you can check it right after that first cutscene in the Great Hall. So we got pretty much the worst RNG, which means we are going to have to spend more time in the bean bonus room than we want. So speaking of kind of unintended things, we're gonna intentionally fail the spell lesson. The game has like 3 or 4 spell lessons. And this is the one that we fail on purpose to give us fewer house points, because the more house points we have after we exit this coming level... Yeah, hey Emily. Bad RNG indeed. Yeah, so the more house points you get after this first level, the worse... the more time you get to spend in, you know, the bean bonus room, which is bad. We want to spend as little time as possible, but we got bad RNG, so we're going to be wasting about 30 seconds there at least. Also, if you haven't noticed, we're playing in Swedish because it's faster than English. A lot of the dialogue is quicker. So you're getting treated to Swedish Lockhart right now. Alright, I guess I might as well go over some of the tricks that are banned in this category so you know what we're not doing. And one of those is pause casting. Every time you shoot a spell, you can quickly pause and unpause the game to reset your spell timer, and you can shoot another one very fast. And that's something we're not going to be doing. We're also not going to be doing Quidditch warping, which is the main glitch in this game, pretty much. Alright, so here's the first real level, other than Willow. Stun that guy right before the cutscene to save a little time. Push him in there in 2 hits, optimal. Again, we're going to 2-hit that guy in, and we're going to jump off the platform at the right time to get boosted up there. That was pretty optimal. So here you're going to actually see, I'm going to push these snails as quick as I can, but there's a cooldown in how quickly I can cast Flipendo on them. There is a glitch to eliminate that cooldown. Because it's glitchless, we're not doing it. Another thing you should know about the movement in this game is that I'm actually holding down 2 movement keys for each direction. It's called double inputs, and this allows you to accelerate pretty much twice as fast. These guys are on cycles, so if I got good cycles. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this guy 3 times, and I'm gonna jump over the pit here and get caught by the bridge that comes up under me. That saves like a few seconds. We're not doing it. Oh yeah, here's a weird skip. So for some reason, some ledges in this game are grabbable like that one, even though they really shouldn't be. So you can just skip that whole part there. Again, not a glitch, they just left that ledge grabbable for some reason. Jump right over that guy, get a little boost by jumping on his head. And then we have to solve this puzzle. Luckily it is the same every time, and you can just memorize the layout. Those switches are very temperamental though, you have to kind of hit them in the right way or else it won't count your hit. Move backwards here to avoid grabbing onto that ledge. A lot of optimizing movement in this game is getting the correct ledge grabs. Different ledge grab animations take different amounts of time. So I'm gonna, oops, I kind of failed that trick. Okay, we still made it across. Shot that guy in midair. You can see Harry kind of like climbed up on that ledge. That's called a small ledge grab animation. It's the fastest. Alright, so now we've lowered that thing. So I'm gonna just try to like jump through here. I didn't quite get it. Again, bouncing off the snail can give you a little extra speed. Now we're going to do a corner cut on this bridge, just to get a tighter line. Alright, so if I was fast enough here, I should be able to, to get the crab in the hole in 1 hit. Let's see if I can do it. We got number 1, let's get number 2. Didn't quite get number 2, that's okay. That's called Kobe. Alright, we'll take a save just because it's a marathon. Alright, so these crabs are the worst part of the whole run. They can decide to just not go in the hole at any point, so we just kind of hope that they... Oops, extra ledge grab. We kind of hope that these guys cooperate, and they do that sometimes. As you can see, he just decided not to go in the hole. Nothing I can really do about it. So we just keep going. But yeah, that loses a lot of time. Normally I would have probably reset. Oops, I didn't mean to push it. And that's pretty much it. Just gonna try to cut some corners here. These crushers are a lot less, I guess they're not really crushers. Moving blocks are a lot less dangerous than they look because, as you can see, they don't actually push you all the way off. Alright, so that's it for the first level. I'm just gonna be taking, well actually whenever we're transitioning from one area to the next, I'm gonna be trying to take the tightest lines that I can and get in front of this girl here so she doesn't block me. Alright, so now you can see that Slytherin has 44 house points and we have 78. Gryffindor always pretty much has 78 house points at this part of the game, but Slytherin, it is random. So because they got low house points, we're pretty far ahead of them, and we get to spend a lot of time in the bean room here. This is bad. Normally you want to spend only like 10 or 15 seconds, can't quite remember. So we just derp around and collect some beans. I can try to make the bean count be a funny number, actually. Oh, I missed it. Off by 1. Yeah, so for comparison, we are 46 seconds behind already just because of RNG. Yeah, that bean level was like my favorite thing as a little kid. I used to love just going in there and going around collecting all the beans, but it's really slow to spend time in there, unfortunately. And now we get to Quidditch, which is an auto-scroller, unfortunately. There's absolutely nothing you can do to speed this up. You just gotta wait till that little meter at the bottom right fills and you can catch the snitch. However, there is a way to lose time here, which is getting hit by like an obstacle or a bludger. If the bludger hits you, you lose like a second and a half or something. So I'm gonna be spamming the catch key, and I got it first frame. Alright, I'm holding left here so as not to collide with the other Gryffindor player at the beginning of the round. Now, you're going to see an enemy seeker appear. She's on my team because it's just a practice game. This girl is the bane of my existence because she can lose you time and there's nothing you can do about it. It's more randomness. So, oh my god, I got hit by a bludger. Alright, so a bludger just came out of nowhere and hit me, so I'm losing a little time here, but at least the girl didn't hit me. Okay, that is all the Quidditch you're actually going to see in this category because that's the only game that's required to beat the game. So yeah, even though there's a hub world, the game progression is mostly linear. You can go back and play, you know, some of the levels casually, and you can play more Quidditch games, but because it's a speedrun, we're just going to do the minimum of what's required to beat the game. So we're just going to follow the story. And there's actually a soft lock that can happen here if you brew the potion too quickly before Snape tells you to. The game will just soft lock. So we're just going to avoid that by waiting a second. Alright, and you might notice we are jumping up every slope in the game. It's faster to jump than walk up slopes because they slow you down. That's not a slope, that's stairs. Some of the slants in this game are clipped off and some aren't. You just have to memorize which ones are and aren't. Like these stairs here, those are actual stairs. Getting on the railing there is a little faster because I can jump to this landing quicker. And now we're on our way to the Scourge Challenge. It's a really cool level, but first I have to learn the spell by hitting this arrow key section. And occasionally the game can screw you over. If you get unlucky, the game can actually fail you here, even if you hit the right key. So we just gotta hope it doesn't happen.
Precis när trollstaven passerar över pilarna måste du trycka på motsvarande piltangent. Den här övningen har 3 nivåer. På varje nivå måste du lyckas träffa.
So you are going to see Quidditch and duels. We're going to do one duel in this game. It's the required one. Yeah, we have this nice little DDR section. And in any percent, we actually skip this entire level that's coming up with a clip. We clip into the wall and then jump over a barrier to get right to the end, but because it's glitchless, we're not allowed to do that. So we have to go through the whole level. Which is actually more interesting in my opinion, because I get to show off all the cool strats for beating the level quickly.
10 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 3. Kör.
So yeah, you might think that we're actually performing glitches, but trust me, if you saw any percent, there's a lot of glitches that we're not doing. A clip? That sounds like a glitch. Yeah, it is a glitch, so we're not going to do it.
Bra! Du har klarat alla de nödvändiga övningarna. 15 poäng till Gryffindor.
Yeah, normally you can just skip the entire level by jumping over that barrier right there. Because it's glitchless, we gotta go through the whole level. Alright, so we're just gonna push this forward. Normally they want you to push this bar all the way over, but we can actually get momentum just by doing this and just make the jump. Very easy to do. It's called a moving object boost. You'll see plenty of them. Just means glitch less, exactly. Now, there actually are like reasons behind what's banned in this category. It's just they might not be obvious just by watching. Alright, now we're fighting Peeves. He is very weird. Like, his movements are awkward, and he's a little bit random, but we got a perfect Peeves fight, pretty much. You just hit him 5 times. Okay, now guys, I promise you this is not a glitch. I promise you that is not a glitch. You're just gonna have to believe me that stopping that gate there is a level oversight. Basically, there's a property set on that gate that says it can be stopped by Harry. And they probably shouldn't have done that. Again, this room, you're supposed to put the snails in these things, but you can just walk on them, and it counts. That was good movement there. I kind of hit those plates in such a way that they went down at the right time and still allowed me to get across quickly. Shoot that thing as I'm falling down. And then we're going to just jump across this chasm. Very dangerous. I don't know how they let... Okay, so that was a random boost there. That just happens sometimes. When you grab a ledge, there's always a chance that the game just kind of pushes you into the air a little bit. In any percent, we can actually cause that to happen. And that is a source of a lot of skips. Alright, so that was a really good Scourge. We pretty much made it through without making any mistakes. Okay, we're just going to bounce on that guy's head to get over here a little bit quicker. And again, taking the tightest lines I can in all the sections where you're just walking somewhere. Okay, so next we've got a more technical level coming up. It's called Dungeon Quest or Bicorn. Basically, Hermione needs an ingredient to make the Polyjuice potion so we can turn into Goyle, which just is the best thing ever. You'll see, it happens later. So now we need to basically go through this level to find the Bicorn horn at the end, and there's a lot of tricky movement here, so it's going to be pretty entertaining to watch. Alright, so first off, we shoot these switches as early as possible. And then normally we also cast at that gargoyle statue to cause a cutscene, because that speeds up, it skips a little bit of time, but we're not going to do that because it's RTA. Alright, and then we just raise the bridge. And now if I was fast enough here, I'll be on good cycles. And hopefully I can stun these snails really fast. And I think I got it. So these should each take 2 Flipendo shots to push in if I did this correctly. So that guy took 2 and I did it. Okay, that's fast. Again, we're going to stun these crabs and then we're going to push them into the little cubbies over there. Alright, that was kind of slow. Yeah, there's a little bit of tech in this game, which is... okay, I got it. That was pretty decent. When you cast Flipendo at an enemy, the direction they actually move is directly away from the player at the moment, and it's calculated the moment the spell hits them. So if you cast a spell and then move in a different direction, they'll get pushed in a different direction, and I take advantage of that to do the crabs quickly. And I got hit by the gnome, but it doesn't matter at all, doesn't take any health away. And the beans, you might have noticed I'm collecting beans, it's just for fun. Alright, here we're going to grab that ledge. That skips taking fall damage. So there is health management because the final boss, we're going to do damage boosts if we want to go fast. Okay. And now here there's a bunch of parkour that we can do to skip the intended route. We're good, we'll get it all first try. There's an even faster way to do it with a glitch also. Okay, hardest jump right here, and we got it. Yeah, you're absolutely not supposed to make that jump normally, but you can do it. You know, one of the things I'm actually doing is I'm casting spells whenever I'm in midair. This gets rid of a speed cap that's normally applied to you, so it lets me jump further. Okay, this is a little precarious, and we got it. Okay. I've died too many times in that section, it's really embarrassing. Okay, then we're going to, again, optimize our movement here so that we get the shortest animations possible for grabbing these ledges, and that's it for the level. Okay. So that was pretty good. We have to fight Malfoy now, and I'm going to try to show off fast Malfoy strats. There's a very tight movement here, because we have to duel Malfoy. This is the part of the movie where they have the dueling club, and then, you know, Snape says, "Time to split up the dream team," and then has Potter duel Malfoy. So we're going to try to kill him in 2 hits, and it's a little bit tricky. Alright, I gotta focus now. Okay, that looks good, and... just barely. You can see, it took 3 hits to kill him. You can get him in 2, but it's very tight. Alright, now here's the best trick in the run. We're gonna bounce off of Ron's head here to get extra distance on this jump. Just like that. That's my favorite trick. That's actually faster than just walking. Is damage boost allowed in Glitchless? It is, only because it's almost impossible to actually avoid it. It can just happen just by getting hit. Basically, you'll see, but if I shoot a spell at the Basilisk, and then he hits me right after I do it, I'll shoot another one. And it's very hard to avoid, actually. It can just happen. Alright, here's another DDR section.
Precis när trollstaven passerar över pilen trycker du på motsvarande piltangent. Den här övningen har 3 delar. I varje del måste du göra rätt för att få fortsätta. Är du beredd att försöka? Rond 1, kör!
Again, we're hoping the game doesn't randomly fail us for no reason, but it's less likely to happen here. And we actually don't know why that is. We don't know why the game will just randomly fail you on the Scourge arrow keys sometimes, and then it's less likely to on this one. So if I actually get failed here, that means I have the worst luck ever.
10 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 3, kör! Bra! Du har klarat alla övningar i fin form.
Alright, so now we got the Defendo challenge. This challenge is on a cycle. I'm going to try to get fast cycle, but I don't expect to because it's very difficult. There's a cycle like that's 2/3 of the way into the level. And it starts the moment you start the level. So I am going to... I have to get the snail into that pit there, so I'm going to actually lure him over here, get him to charge at me. It's faster than pushing him. And then we'll just push him 4 times to get him in the trap. Oops, that guy hit me. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to push this guy twice, and he'll get in. Okay. A lot of cutscenes. Every time that the screen goes black and you see the hourglass, that's a cutscene. This is one of the 2 unskippable cutscenes. Don't know why. Cannot skip it. Okay, and again, I'm going to try to get a short animation. I kind of failed it. That was a medium animation. Okay, and then we fall down here. Not the intended strat, I don't think, but... yeah, we're trying to go really fast here just to make the cycle, so I'm going to be like pulling out all my movement tricks. These mushrooms are very important. Okay, again, do a little moving boost. Shoot this before I'm supposed to be able to, but there's nothing stopping me. Should have probably gotten the save, but it's fine. Oops, got a little bit of a ledge grab there, not the worst thing ever. Yeah, there's no major skips in this level, it's just fast movement and small optimizations. Okay, we are on pretty good cycles, so I'm going to try to shoot this ectoplasm and then push the block while I'm grabbing it so I can grab this ledge quicker. Normally you have to get up on the block and then shoot it, but it's faster to do it like that. Alright, now I just gotta not die, because this is a bottomless pit, so if I miss any of these jumps, I have to restart. Again, jumping up that slope there, because it's faster. Alright, so yeah, these mushrooms release poisonous gas when you get near them or shoot them. So I'm gonna be cutting these lines very tight so as them to get hit by these enemies. Yep, so we avoided that guy successfully. Now these bow truckle guys are very annoying. They can they throw wood at you, so I'm just gonna kill them. Oops, my spell failed. That can happen sometimes. Yeah, so that's a little slower than I would have liked. Okay, so we didn't get the super fast cycle, but we got the normal cycle, so it's okay. We're gonna lower that snail into this pit because they charge at you, and then we're gonna push that guy in. Alright, pretty good. Okay, so the rest of the level doesn't have any cycles, so we should be able to just do it as fast as possible. And let's see if we can get a little snipe here for swag. We got it! That doesn't save any time, but it looks cool. Okay, be very careful not to die there. Get a little boost. We're gonna kill this guy, and then we're gonna juke that plant right there, make him miss us. A charging snail. Yeah, these snails are very aggressive. And they do a significant amount of damage, so you really don't want to get hit by them. So I'm gonna kill that snail, so he doesn't charge me. Swag snipe. Yeah, we actually got the snacks. We got the swag snipe. Saves 0 seconds. Alright, yeah, again, we let this guy charge us, then we stun him and push him into the trap to continue. That's kind of the theme of this level. And you'll see more as the game goes on, I think. And you kill these guys right as they spawn and just shoot them right into the trap. I'm going to start moving towards the exit right before he dies so I can get better time. Alright, that was a good defindo. That was a gold. Okay, so that was a gold split. I do have live split running just so I can see how I'm doing. Okay, we are going to open that chest because there's a chance for just to spawn a health pickup. Alright, so now we have like one of the harder levels. There's an interesting skip here that you'll see in a moment where I have to stack a bunch of mushroom caps on top of each other in order to reach a ledge that leads right to the end of the level. So we just gotta hope we get good RNG. Because the way these mushrooms move is random. And that's good RNG. So now I'm going to stand on the top of the mushroom and then grab this ledge. That skips a puzzle. And here's the hard part. This is going to blow your guys' minds. Alright, since I'm missing health, I'm going to grab the chocolate frog. I'm going to stun this venomous plant, and then I'm going to cut these mushrooms down. And then stun this plant. Alright, now I'm going to take damage, so I drop the mushroom. And then I'm going to stack them up so I can reach higher than I'm supposed to be able to. Okay, that was... Oh, I messed it up. Alright. And it doesn't seem to be working. There we go. There we are. Alright, so that was kind of slow because I missed it twice, but still the coolest strat ever. Doing that optimally saves like 10 seconds or something. Oh, here's a real flashy trick. It's called Dumbledore Skip. I'm going to do a very precise jump on the staircases, and I'm going to bypass a cutscene trigger. So normally there's like a several minute long cutscene you're supposed to watch after Nearly Headless Nick gets petrified and McGonagall takes you to Dumbledore's office. We're going to skip the whole thing. So we're going to jump on this railing, and then... Bam. We just skipped the whole cutscene. You can see Nick is petrified, but we don't even care. Yeah, that saves like 3 minutes. So that's what I meant when I said just because it's glitchless doesn't mean we don't do a lot of tricks. There's still plenty of skips and stuff. And that is far from the last one that you're going to see. Alright, so now we have to basically beat this level to find Goyle and get some of his hair. So for some reason he like falls asleep in a barn, so you have to go find him. And then we're going to do a little bit of parkour coming up here to skip a puzzle. Normally you have to lower a drawbridge, but we can just do a clever jump here to skip it, just like that. So yeah, that skips having to lower a bridge and cross the gap. Very easy to fail that trick, it's just a bit of tricky movement. Okay, again, we're going to jump on the slope here. Faster movement. And you're going to see we're going to enter this room, and it's going to be an elevator where I have to stun a bunch of enemies and put them in a trap. Almost got that guy in one hit. Open up the door here for when we leave, and then we're going to bait the snails to charge us. And then push them in. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Pretty good Goyle level so far. And then there's the floor falls out from under you here, so you have to fight this guy. Very easy. If this were any percent, we can walk on a tiny seam on the wall and skip that whole little encounter. Okay, so we're just going to shoot all this ectoplasm on the ground so we don't get hurt by it. Stun this pixie that's in our way. Again, if you fall down those pits, it's instant death. So we have to be careful. Here again, you'll notice I am jumping right before I grab onto these ledges. That gives me a faster animation. It's a big source of time save in this game. Okay, we're just going to drop down here. Shoot this rope. And then try not to get hit here. Okay, cool, we didn't. Sometimes those spiky bushes will shoot their thorns at you and then stun lock you. It's very strange. Okay, so here's the end of the level, basically. We found Goyle. You can see he's sleeping over here. We're going to pluck some hairs. Actually, we can mess with Harry's animation here if we do this. You can see Harry doesn't turn to face Goyle. They never programmed that. So he just plucks hair out of thin air. Alright, since we have actually been doing a really good job of managing our health, we're going to go for an intentional damage strat. Alright, so now we are polyjuiced into Goyle. So we have to pretend we're Goyle and go interrogate Malfoy about who the heir of Slytherin is. So we're going to do a jump in the staircase section that gets us closer to the end faster, and we're going to take damage. Let's see if I can get it. Look good. We got it. Yeah, that's very tight. If you don't do it correctly, you lose a lot of health, but we still have most of our health. Jump down the stairs, because it's faster than walking. Alright, we're going to watch the cutscene and just skip it. You're going to see why Swedish saves so much time here, because there's a dialogue line right here.
Rent blod. Du kan säkert använda det för att komma till ett sällskapsrum.
So, the voice acting on the British version of this game is absolutely hilarious, but like, they have the Harry voice actor trying to do a Goyle voice, so he sounds ridiculous. And he speaks really slowly, and it loses time on that dialogue. Alright, so this room is very buggy sometimes. Okay, yeah, I got trolled there. You notice it wouldn't let me shoot the rope right away? It's just some buggy collision. Alright, I'm gonna go for a pretty decent sized skip here. This is another tight trick, so I'm gonna pray that I get it first try. I have to jump across this bridge and just barely make it across. Alright, that looks good. We made it. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot tighter than I made it look right there. If you don't do that perfectly, you die. And that skips a little puzzle. Again, we're going to cut some more corners here. Shoot that gargoyle. Reveals the way forward. Alright, so we're not out of the woods yet, even though the rest of this level is mostly walking. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to talk to Malfoy, and then we're going to turn, the Polyjuice is going to wear off, so we'll turn back into Harry. So then we have to avoid all of these NPCs as we make our way out. And they're all on cycles, so I don't know exactly where they'll be. I have to dodge them. And because we're on Swedish, it's actually harder because their voice lines are shorter. So basically, once they spot you, they say a voice line and they start chasing you. And because we're on a faster language, well, you'll see. Okay, it looks like we're good. Just gotta barely cut corners so that these guys don't catch me. We made it. Alright, coming up on the final spell lesson here. It's Spongify. Lets you fly through the air. Again, just trying to move as fast as I can. Oops, that's slow. Okay, so that jump is very easy to fail, and then you die. Luckily we got it. So yeah, even though this is glitchless, you can see there's a lot of tricks, and they come at you fast. So it's very easy to just accidentally beef one of these jumps and lose the whole run. Which is kind of why I like this category. I've actually been playing really well this whole run, except for Greenhouse. So I'm making it all look really easy right now. But trust me that these tricks are not free.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa rond. 5 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 2, kör.
Alright, so luckily this is the last time we have to press arrow keys, so you don't have to sit through this again.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa rond. 10 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 3, kör. Härligt, grabben. Du har klarat alla övningar.
Alright, that is it for arrow keys.
15 poäng till Gryffindor.
So this level has some interesting strats. We're basically, oh, we got the snipe. That's sick. Alright, can we get the second snipe? Ah, I missed the second snipe. Snipes don't do anything, they just look cool. And third snipe? Ah, we missed the third snipe. So yeah, these Spongify tiles are interesting. You can kind of redirect where they fling you sometimes. So we're going to abuse them. Again, we're actually going to like... We just dodged an invisible trigger that would have raised this metal platform. Because we never hit the trigger, we can just walk on it. Alright, now don't blink in this room. Oops. Very specific movement here to get through it quickly. And we just bypassed, again, that whole puzzle. You're normally supposed to... It's supposed to spawn some enemies, you have to hit them into a hole. But we just said, no, we're not doing that. And again, we're going to do another moving object boost here. Just like that. Just jump off a moving platform, you inherit all the speed. Oops, I missed that jump up. And then we're definitely not supposed to be able to do that. We just redirect ourselves. We're supposed to go down there. But that's slow, so we just finished the level. And that's it for Spongify. Very quick. Normally that level takes a few minutes to complete, but we just did it in like 1 minute. Alright, so we're in like the back part of the run. Like we're getting towards the end. These last few maps are some of the most difficult. We're gonna have to go to the Forbidden Forest and fight Aragog. And the actual fight is pretty easy, but navigating the forest can be very tricky. Or at least doing it without losing time. Alright, so we're just gonna take a little shortcut here. It's an intended shortcut though. And we're also gonna have to keep an eye on our health, because we wanna be full health for the end of the game. Because the last boss is tricky. Even casually. So I'm just going to shoot this cauldron because that can spawn a health pickup. And we didn't get lucky. That's okay. Alright, now is the intermission where we get to see this flashback from Hagrid's youth. So now's a good time to use the bathroom or grab some water, whatever you want. And I'll just let you guys enjoy the cutscene.
Det är ingen fara. Kom ut. Så ja.
God kväll, Rubius.
Vad gör du här nere, Tom?
Det är över. Jag tror inte att du menade att döda någon, men monster är inga bra husdjur.
Den har aldrig dödat någon.
Kom nu. Det minsta Hogwarts kan göra är att se till att saken som dödade flickan blir slaktad.
Det var inte han. Han skulle aldrig... Det är inte han.
Gå åt sidan.
So that's young Aragog. You can see that he escapes from Hagrid here, and then we're gonna go kill him. Or we're gonna go fight him. You don't actually kill him. He only dies in HP 6. Spoilers. But yeah, you will see that, like, for some reason, the Aragog fight is, like, brain dead easy, and then the Basilisk fight is, like, stupidly hard for some reason. They did not do a good job at balancing this game. I have no idea how I beat this as a little kid. Okay, and okay, we got a header run there. That's good. That means we had good movement. We're jumping here because walking on slopes is slow, as I've mentioned. Alright, here's Forest. Right, so we're going to bounce on the Spongify, and we're going to try to get this chocolate frog. Their movement's a little random. We got it. Okay, cool. Sometimes they can dodge you in weird ways. Stun this plant. And normally the bridge here is actually supposed to fall, but like we can just walk on this collision over here and just completely skip the whole event. So we're going to do a big skip here. We're going to bounce off the Spongify and just go right to the end of this section. There's a whole thing you're supposed to do where they're like, you have to go inside that tree, but we don't want to do that. Right, and then again, just trying to optimize my ledge grabs. That was a bad one. That was a good one. Oop, that guy jumped right into us. Alright, and then here, if I can get good movement. I did. Okay, so notice how Harry didn't grab that ledge when I jumped across? That's actually kind of difficult to do. You have to have a very clean movement to do that. Alright, I'm going to stun the spiders. And then I hate these guys. These guys suck. You just have to kill them so they don't hurt you. And we're going to go up this tree. Just hope that they don't, like, snipe me out of midair. Okay, that was pretty good. Sometimes that pad bounces you in a weird way. Alright, we're coming up on the end of the forest section, and we're going to fight the spider. And you'll see just how much of a pushover he is. Hey J-Tap, it would definitely be this game. This game is my absolute favorite. Alright, so we're going to do another kind of unintended strat. You're supposed to have to shoot all these webs, but you can just shoot the same one twice, and it counts as two. Like I'm doing right here. Much faster. Oh no, Ollie, this won't be loud. I have my audio fixed. Alright, so we're just going to shoot this guy a bunch of times until he shows the weak point, and then we shoot him. And we just dodge all of his attacks because we know how he's going to behave. So this actually is RNG, which attack he chooses to do, so we want him to do very short attacks, like that. Alright, and that was really slow. He did an extra movement. I have no idea why. Okay. That was good RNG. I did not handle that very well, but for some reason Aragog just decided to move really weirdly, and he does that, and I have no idea why. So that actually lost time, even though the RNG was good. Alright, so now we're coming up on the last few maps. So basically, it's a gauntlet of a bunch of hard levels where it's really easy to die. Yeah, so normally Aragog is incredibly loud, but I have the game turned down. And I have the in-game volume sliders just don't work. They only work for like most sounds, but not all of them. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of clever movement here to skip the animation of that thing lowering. Alright, now these last 3 maps are very difficult, so I'm going to try my best not to die, or worse, get expelled. Alright, again, we abuse that Spongify to land down here because you do not take damage after you bounce on a Spongify tile. Alright, now I'm going to do a death-defying stunt here, where I get through these crushes without letting go of W, just like that. They are on a cycle once you shoot the ectoplasm, so I know they're not going to kill me. Oops, accidental ledge grab. And then we're going to be cheeky and grab another ledge that was left grabbable for some reason. Oops, okay. I just got what's called Spongify storage, and I had to cancel it, otherwise my run would have been invalid. Don't worry about it. And, okay, I missed the snipe. That's fine. Okay, now here's the hardest section of this whole part. I have to stun this pixie and then bounce off him in midair. And I failed it somehow. Okay, I'll try it one more time. I suppose. You don't actually get expelled. I was just quoting Hermione from the first movie. Oh, okay, so that was bad. Okay, so I'm trying to redirect myself off of that pixie and land in the middle platform, because it skips going all the way around. I'm not having a whole lot of luck with it. Oh, I went directly over him. Okay, this is not going well. Normally, this would have killed the run if this was not a marathon run. So this is why I put a 55-minute estimate, even though my PB is under 50 minutes. Wow, I'm just going right over him today. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I have to get my stuff together here. Oh, okay, that was very bad. I'm so sorry that I'm failing this. That you just gotta, like, this trick is just so annoying to get. There we go, that looks good. Oh my god, the other pixies blocked me. Okay. Now you see why I hate this trick so much. And yep, the other pixies are blocking me. This is really bad. Hopefully I do not go overestimate because of this. Okay, there we go. We got it. So that skips a huge portion of this map. And basically then you just bounce off that middle platform into the end. Normally you have to go all the way around and there's like a big platforming thing. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this room quickly and not lose health. We'll see if I'm successful. We did it. Okay, that was optimal, kind of. That was slow. Alright, there's a whole art to like pushing the crabs quickly. And that was not it. But that's okay, we barely lost any time. Okay, just gotta avoid the imps there. And then we do this jump. That was kind of bad, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna kill that guy for safety. Normally you can skirt right by him and not get hit, but it's not 100% guaranteed. Alright. Now, okay, so I know I said the other thing wasn't a glitch, but I promise you guys that this is not a glitch. I promise 100% this is not a glitch and that there's actually a reason that this is allowed. But we're gonna walk on an invisible thing. Just like that. You have to trust me, that is not a glitch. There's a reason behind it. Alright, now this is actually not an auto-scroller. There's a giant boulder behind us that you can't see right now because we skipped the cutscene. But yeah, I just have to keep jumping here because it's faster than walking, and I have to try not to fall down the pit. Luckily, since I've done this section a million times, it's not hard at all. Alright, I'm just gonna cut the final corner. Cool. What's the reason? It's complicated. Alright. Alright, we are coming up on the pretty much go-go. That's pretty much it without going into too much detail. Alright, we are coming up on the final boss fight, and we have full health. Now, if you remember, back towards the beginning of the run, we went to potions class, and we made a potion of health. We're actually going to use that now. So I'm going to pause to manipulate the cycles there, and we got hit, but that was intentional. Alright, now just watch this fight, because it's going to be kind of hectic. So this guy's got two phases, and I use the Sword of Gryffindor to launch magic, like, balls of energy at him. I have no idea what this attack is. It's never in the books or the movies. They just made it up for the game. Okay, there we go. That's the first phase done. Very easy. Now this is the hard part. I could die very easily here. Okay, that was bad. Kind of a bad first cycle. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Just gonna try not to lose all my health. Okay, that was terrible. We have to go over here now. Yeah, not a great final boss fight. Oh, he dodged my last hit there. Okay, yeah. Not a good boss fight. I messed that up. So I'm actually waiting for him to do certain animations so I can hit him. Okay. This should be it. He should die here. And we got him. Yeah, you can do that guy in 3 cycles, or even 2 if you're really good. It took us like 5 or so there. But you can only kill that guy when he pops out of the... Oh, time is coming up. Get ready. As soon as I enter this cutscene. And... time. Yeah, it might not look like it, but that snake fight is really crappy. And I didn't even have time to explain all the ways in which he screws you over. It's just that bad. And I also didn't play it very well. But yeah, that's HP2 done without any glitchless. Without any glitches. I promise you can trust me. Thank you for the GGs, guys. And okay, that was a 48:34 loadless. The record, just for reference, the record is like a 44. But yeah, not a very good run. That's okay, it's a marathon. I hope I showed off everything I could for you guys. I feel pretty good about that I did. Yeah, if you want to... Thanks to the GGs, Mark and everybody. If you want to see more of this game, obviously I stream it a bunch on my channel, which is twitch.tv/thetedder. And thanks again, you guys, for having me on this crazy marathon. It's been really fun. I always love coming on for No Glitches Allowed like events. It's great. This is the 3rd time I've been on. Wait a second. No, I am not Slow the Demon. Why does this always happen? This is... It's, yeah, twitch.tv/thetedder is my Twitch. I also have a Discord. And there is a Harry Potter speedrunning community, which I will type in the chat real quick. You can go to... Here, I'll just close the game. Alright, there's a Discord that I just linked in the chat, which is the general Discord for everything Harry Potter speedrunning, at least on the PC. I do have a tutorial for this game if you want to learn how to get into this category. It's on my YouTube, which you can find. It's linked on my Twitch. Yeah, we got that custom link. That goes right. That Discord link is yeah, it's a great community. We always love having new runners, especially me when it's HP2, because I love this game. But HP1 and 3 are also cool speedruns, and can't. But yeah, I have an in-progress tutorial if you want to learn how to do HP2 Glitchless. It's on my YouTube. You can here. I'll just type my Twitch in, I guess, since the command's not working. That's where you can find me. I do not run the PS1, PS2 versions because I actually don't have those consoles. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on. I was really happy to do this run for you guys and show off my favorite speed game and my favorite run. And I hope everyone has a great day and hope you guys have a good rest of the marathon. I'll be sticking around and watching some more streams. And I hope to see some of you guys in the chat. I do have this game followed on Twitch, so if you run this game, there's a good chance that I will be watching. So I really hope that I see some of you guys in the future doing runs and just hanging out in the community. Thank you guys so much.